It's Monday, May 19th, 2025. Breaking news. Tonight, JPMorgan just did a full 180 and broke its own moral compass in the process. The same bank that once called Bitcoin a tool for criminals is now handing it out to clients like a complimentary mint. At the company's annual investor day, Jamie Dimon stood up, without irony, and said, "We're going to allow you to buy it. We're not going to custody it." Translation, we still hate it, but we'll charge you a fee to hate it too. He even trotted out the old cigarette line, "I don't think you should smoke, but I defend your right to smoke." Except in this case, the cigarette is Bitcoin, and instead of lung cancer, it gives you financial freedom. Dimon once said Bitcoin was a pet rock. Now he's running a rock shop. Wall Street didn't adopt Bitcoin. They surrendered to it. I'm Max Voltz, and this is CryptoWars, where the banks pretend to be gatekeepers, but end up hawking the keys. But while JPMorgan is opening the vault, Bitcoiners are busy fighting each other over what to call the coins inside. Jack Dorsey just lit up social media by backing BIP 177, a proposal to rebrand Bitcoin's base unit. The plan would turn sats, the smallest unit of a Bitcoin, into Bitcoins and call one full Bitcoin a BTC. So instead of 0.0002525 BTC, you'd now see 2,525 Bitcoin. Confused? Join the club. Dorsey says the term sats is off-putting and hurts adoption, while critics argue the change would wreck the 21 million supply narrative and flood the space with even more confusion. It's Bitcoin UX versus Bitcoin purity. One side wants clarity, the other wants consistency. And somewhere in the shadows, Satoshi's ghost is dry heaving into a cold wallet. The only thing everyone agrees on, it's never just a simple fix when it comes to Bitcoin. And while the naming war rages, Bitcoin itself is climbing the leaderboard of the world's most valuable assets like it's gunning for the gold. At over $102,000 per coin and a market cap above $2 trillion, Bitcoin is now knocking on the door of the top 5 most valuable assets on Earth. With just a nudge to 110K, it surpasses Amazon, a push to 158K, and Apple's next. This isn't meme-fueled mania. This is institutional money flooding in through spot ETFs. In just 6 weeks, over $36 billion in fresh capital has entered the system, according to CryptoQuant. This is the kind of move that redefines financial power structures. Bitcoin isn't just a digital asset. It's a battering ram aimed at the gates of traditional finance. So while Wall Street's playing catch-up, Bitcoin's climbing the podium. Meanwhile, Michael Saylor is treating Bitcoin like it's a religion, and lawsuits like communion wafers. His company, now known simply as Strategy, just acquired another 7,390 BTC for $765 million, bringing their stash to over 576,000 coins. But just as the ink dried on that purchase, they got hit with a class action lawsuit claiming they misled investors about Bitcoin's risk, which is rich, considering Strategy has marketed itself as a Bitcoin proxy louder than a laser-eyed preacher at a freedom rally. Saylor isn't backing down, and neither are his imitators. A luxury watchmaker in Asia rebranded as Asia Strategy and began accumulating BTC. Meanwhile, a catering company in Bahrain joined the club too. The Bitcoin treasury contagion is spreading, and not even the courts can stop it. And finally, while Wall Street fumbles and Saylor goes thermonuclear, Fresno just casually entered the Bitcoin chat.
Cool cars aren't the only thing that drives C.J. Wilson. The former Texas Ranger and Los Angeles Angel pitcher owns the Porsche, BMW, and Audi dealership in Northwest Fresno, but he's also an active Bitcoin advocate and lobbyist.
I've talked to everybody from senators all the way down to athletes.
CJ says several customers have used Bitcoin to buy vehicles.
One of the few people in Fresno that's doing anything with Bitcoin, and I really wish there were more.
Yes, you can now roll out of a Fresno showroom in a Lambo paid for in sats. He's selling cars in BTC to buyers across the US and even Hong Kong, proving that crypto isn't just an investment. It's becoming a method of exchange. Fresno might not be known for financial innovation, but C.J. Wilson just turned it into the most Bitcoin-friendly car lot on the West Coast. That's it for tonight, digital dissidents. JPMorgan is now selling what they spent a decade mocking. Bitcoiners are in a civil war over decimals. BTC is on the verge of flipping trillion-dollar titans. Sailors stacking sats while dodging subpoenas. And in Fresno, the Bitcoin dream just bought someone a Porsche. This isn't just finance. It's a frontline fight for the future of money. And remember, folks, while the fiat media is stuffing your screen with ads for the next meme coin of centralized exchange, we're down here in the digital trenches, broadcasting raw signal behind enemy lines. No sponsors, no overlords, no leash. But we can't do it by ourselves. So detonate that subscribe button like it's guarding a stash of IMF bailout money, and help us hold the damn line. I'm Max Voltz, and you've been watching CryptoWars. Good night, stay sovereign, and stay spicy.